We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Yes, we're going to the Groundbreaker. Buy spacer gear. So I'm sure they have something in Fallbrook, but I'd prefer if I could get definite gear that I'm gonna be able to use for the quest.
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. CNP, I can't believe it's not yours. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Mike's Armory.
Hey, look who it is.
Lightweight space or something. Sure. You a spacer yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood. After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's why I settled on Groundbreaker. It's the last bastion of freedom.
Nice. Okay. This might work, and if not, what's this? And let's go back to the check. And then after that, I might actually, hang on. Stealth skills, lockpick. Let's intimidate +5. Nice. I actually do like that. In which case, I might be able to. Oh,
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
yeah. I'm good no matter what. I can put points into it if I need to.
I think I'll initiate advance.
Can I fast travel anywhere here? Yes, I can. Okay. Let's do that. Because there's the big long elevator ride and all that, so I think it should be okay. I guess fast travel up. Ways.
I love Byzantium.
Oh,
Like a star, darling.
yeah.
Square your shoulders. Hand on your hip. Eyebrow cocked. Yes. Perfect. My heart is all aflutter.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. I have it. I know exactly what we're doing. Brace yourself, my dear. We're going to call this style Barbarian Chic. The saucy confidence of a spacer. The raw contempt of an iconoclast. The brutish musk of a marauder. And the pièce de résistance. Monster leather.
Oh no.
1 part Mantiqueen chitin, 3 parts hide from a Raptidon's flank, and let's say, 8 strips of primal leather. No, make that 10.
Oh no.
We're revolutionizing the fashion of Byzantium. Our work is anything but simple.
And I don't work for free.
I love the way you just smolder with contempt. It makes me want to spoil you. Here, treat yourself to a nice new gun or something. Get this done for me, and I'll have you strutting about in a Jolicoeur original. You will be the envy of Byzantium.
Okay. Yay! No. Okay, what's this one actually? Ugh. Monarch, and Terra 2. Yeah. Primals can also be found on Scylla, I think. Yeah, anyway. Where's this lead? Maintenance tunnels. Nah. Skills. Intimidate level 60. Intimidate level 70. Oh, yeah. Just enough. I'm back.
Like I said, X-36 clearance only beyond this point.
I already showed you my cash.
And you're still not cleared.
Let me do right now. Your official record won't be fit for polishing floors.
What?
Waste my time. I'll bury you so deep in citations you'll die of paper cuts before you ever crawl out.
Oh no. You must be from Chairman Rockwell's office. I'm so sorry. No one told me you were coming. Please, go on through. And let's forget this misunderstanding, huh?
Fine. Okay. Cool. Intimidation's working. Does this have a brand on it? This one does, right? No? Huh. I do kind of like this one. Oh. That one's back out here. Sorry, I didn't even have to do that. Yeah, maybe I did.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out of the city.
That scientist?
What did that do for me? Okay. Look for Caroline. Don't want to touch that one. Alright. Here, actually, one of you guys can take the other armor. 41. 31. Here. There you go. I'm wearing medium. Medium light, yeah. Okay.
Let the record show that Sector 23K's cause of death is cerebral vascular incident brought about by a ruptured aneurysm.
Attempting to complete Wells' formula. Interesting. Ah, so they're trying to bring back people as well. Okay. Hello, holy cow. How are you? Hello.
Huh? What? No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification.
Sorry.
Let me guess. She's still holding the catch-up packet incident over Holt's head, right?
Yep.
We've talked to her before. She can't keep letting her special friends down here.
Hey, I'm extra special.
Just get out of here. I don't want to catch you hanging around.
Alright. Bard. Where does this lead? Interesting. Okay. No.
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
Some improvements. Still missing something. That's also oxide. Other information. Well, then I'll transfer this amount. It's not these guys' fault. Sorry, board. I am. Okay. 10 points available. Aha, yes. Master. Cool. You get an achievement as well. Alright. Back to the unreliable.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
Uh-oh.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
Hi. You've been stumbling around the colony pretending to know what I'm doing?
I think you're being modest. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. You walked through Edgewater and in your wake transformed it from a loyal company town to a haven for dissidents. I'm actually a little impressed. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
That must sound like you approve.
Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber. Yet here you are, flying about in a stolen ship, leaving a trail of paperwork in your wake. The board doesn't know what to make of you. But I do. I've seen your potential. There's so much we can do for this colony.
You guys need to work with Phineas Wells. How do you know I'm from the Hope?
We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist, all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest.
Sure, I trust you yet.
Then let me help you make up your mind. You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
I'm listening.
Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
Wanted for what?
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on.
His experiments work.
Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal.
You want me to sell him out?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Let's get out of here.
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Thanks. Okay.
We gotta talk about this.
What?
If we wanted the board's attention, we got options. Piracy, vandalism, maybe some light arson. We want to put some fear in the board, right? Get them scared of us.
Well, I'd rather have their respect and their money.
Board don't know the meaning of the word respect. The only language they understand is exploitation.
That might be true.
You just got an audience with Sophia Akonde. That's the adjutant to the chairman? You sure we should be trusting her?
Probably not. There's a good chance she's using us.
If you think she's using us, why'd you give her the time of day?
I got a plan. Trust me on this one.
You got some secret plan to double-cross the board? I knew it! Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah.
I know we're freelancers and all. We take work where we can find it. But we gotta be vigilant, you know? This is how the board gets you. A job here, an errand there. Before you know it, you're calling him sir and ma'am.
You know what I'm doing.
Just trying to watch out for you, boss. I appreciate your time. Let's get back to it.
I will do a big boy save.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Forget about chemicals for a second. It's like colonies on the verge of collapse.
What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation.
It gets worse. They're planning on freezing everyone.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself?
No.
I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved.
Well, I have your chemicals.
Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
Anyone, I would have killed him.
Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, 10. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
Yikes.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Yes, short of that.
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
There's a way.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
Probably damaged, have to route power from the unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful?
I don't understand a word you said, Doc. All I know is, if we're gonna hijack a colony ship, count me in.
Yes, excellent. I approve of your enthusiasm, young man. You should ask your captain for a raise. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
Nice. I got some questions.
Certainly. How can I help?
The chick wants me to turn you in. People aren't gonna notice a gigantic colony ship.
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule.
Oh.
The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny.
nothing for now. Okay. Can I go through
You've
this?
done fine work for Sublight. By the transitive property of reputation, I am now in Sublight's good books. Well done.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
The agent asked me to place a tracking signal on your lab. In your lab.
You absolutely should.
I should? I can't tell if you're being sarcastic.
Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her.
Okay, yeah, good.
I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
Okay. I get it. You want to prepare. You sure you're okay with this?
The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time.
Okay.
Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
Nice. Alright, I'll be back. Let me do that. Send corrupted tracking.
Ah, that should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Okay.
What's that?
Wait, what'd she say? What did he say?
I've heard those iconoclasts have a rather smashing opinion of you. What's on your mind?
Okay. I hope. No more questions. I'm
I
ready.
know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Yes. I'll be back. Okay.
Hey, boss, I want to talk to you.
What? How are you?
You know, they're gonna make a serial about our adventures one day.
Okay.
I've been trying to think of a good title for this episode. I like the sound of The Skip Job. No, wait, I got it. Hope in Dark Times.
Oh my gosh. You're gonna need a name too.
Yeah, I bet. Thrilling Tales of the Unreliable.
Oh no. Adventures of Clive and Company. Felix.
Right, I'm overdoing it again. Got it. Sorry, boss. I'm just excited, you know? Stealing the Hope from the board, skipping it across.
I like your attitude.
Enough to boost my pay? I'm just kidding, boss. I know you don't pay me. I'm sure you've got plans to make.
Okay, yeah, let's go. Okay. What am I doing as far as reputation? Agreeable with the board. Everyone else is reviewing. Except for Cleo. Yeah, everybody likes me, see? Yeah, I've done nothing bad against Monarch. I mean, MSN.
Captain, you have a message from...
Yes.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
Uh-oh. Byzantium's a big place.
Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Ouch. Did that just help my reputation? Yeah, it did. Brought it back to 0.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Oh. My medical skills are supposed to be good. I mean, sure. That's not a terrible one, I guess. Alright, let's talk to this chick. Okay.
Not so fast.
Yes.
All right, you're cleared. The adjutant's expecting you. Go on through.
Okay. Them too?
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your feet. That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival.
Cool. What's gonna happen to him?
The signal you sent us is experiencing some interference. My agents will need time to isolate the problem. We're going to monitor Wells until we're ready to make a move. I asked you here to discuss something far more important. I understand you've infiltrated the Ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing.
Yeah.
Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction.
Cool.
I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
But I'll ask in the next one.
What's in this for you? There's gotta be an angle. There always is for people like you.
I appreciate your skepticism, Dr. Fenhill, but I'm not doing this for any personal gain. My angle is the preservation of our colony by any means possible. Nothing more and nothing less.
So that's your solution. Put the whole colony on ice. People ain't gonna stand for this. We'll fight back. We'll tear down the walls of Byzantium.
No, Mr. Millstone, you will not. The workers of Halcyon will do exactly as they are told, as they always have. Your dreams of a people's revolution are the juvenile fantasies of a frustrated child. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
Okay.